what's up, everybody? Of course, fallinfrog here.
It's Trevorkian.
With Trevorkian. If you guys have been watching us play through Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, real quick, I love the game.
Love it. It's amazing.
Ignore the hate. The game is awesome. You're going to want to play through it. You're going to want to play through it again and again and again with your friends.
And again.
Doesn't matter if they're not on a couch.
It's better with 4.
You can socialize on Xbox Live or PlayStation. Get it. Do yourself a favor if you like the Turtles. That's not why we're here today, though. Why are we here today? What did we just do?
We just went and saw the new Ninja Turtles movie, and it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was.
This is gonna be good!
That's first things first. It was awesome. Now, we're obviously Turtle fans. We like even the games that people say is shitty. You know, like there's been some
I don't. Yeah, of course. There's always gonna be hate. Haters be hating.
Every time something new of the Ninja Turtles comes out, there's hate.
Yes,
there always is.
Like with the game, I mean, I can see some of the hate, but it's just like, dude, this is the best game that's been out since Out of the Shadows.
Yeah,
and it's pretty sweet. You know, I don't get why. I mean, I get some of it, you know, because they could have done better on some things, but anyway, the movie, it was awesome.
Totally unrelated to the game Out of the Shadows. This new movie is really just... We're not going to go into spoilers just yet. We'll talk about those later, and we'll let you know before we mention spoilers. But the movie was... What I liked about it was it brushes over everything from the first movie. You don't really, like... You don't have to have seen the first movie to really understand anything, except for one little line later on.
It kind of explains, you know... From the first movie,
it's a throwaway line, and you can just go into this knowing who the Ninja Turtles are, knowing that there's Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady. If you're a fan of the '80s cartoon, of course, that's where you're gonna be like.
The overall tone of the movie was amazing. It was real campy, real cheesy, but in a great
way.
A great way. It was, you know, it was a new live action '80s cartoon.
It was like the elevator scene from the first movie, drawn out over an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like it was everything I loved like about the Turtles of the first movie, in full effect for the sequel.
Way more Turtles than the first one.
Yep.
Way more Turtles. Their interactions together. It was feels like beyond awesome. It
feels like the Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
Of this, like Secret of the Ooze was different from the first original movie. They didn't use their weapons. They do use their weapons here. Not a whole lot. Mikey, I think, uses them more. And off the trailer. In the trailer, they show the garbage truck doing its thing.
That was awesome.
Mild spoilers, but yeah, that's in the trailer. They don't use none. You know, it's not real dark.
No,
but it's like the cartoon brought to life.
Krang.
That doesn't seem so tough.
They teased that in the trailer.
They did. They show glimpses of it.
So
you do get to hear him talk later on.
It was awesome. What everybody disliked about the first one is they totally just outdid themselves with this one.
All right, I don't want to hold back on spoilers anymore. If you guys don't want spoilers,
it's kind of hard to talk about it without spoilers.
Go ahead and leave the video. Find another video. Go watch us play through the movie or play through the latest game.
We played the movie.
Played it. We're gonna do spoilers. We're just spoilers outright. So,
crow's feet.
It's a younger Karai now. It's different.
How did she go from crow's feet to young? I don't get it. This is a sequel, and she's younger. And
so was Shredder. Shredder was like really old in the first movie.
Yeah, he was.
Now he's young with hair, and he's in prison. And he's totally like this Shredder. They're playing it off like he is the old Shredder. Like he went to jail for that crime, and then that scene where the turtles show up in the garbage truck. That's them, like showing up to. They're breaking. The Foot is breaking Shredder out of the convoy, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, typical Hollywood action scene, but it was still cool. I liked it. It was just, man, it gets better as the movie went on. I still liked it. I was still cheesing through it. You know, like the Mikey scene. You know, because he was just having like the time of his life, and it was cool to see. He's just like, ha, 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 you know, like this is fucking cool. Oh, you know, but it was later on in the movie whenever, you know, they've had their outs. Spoilers, sorry, I know.
No, we're there.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
yeah. But, you know, they had their outs, and then they come together, you know, and they still have, it's that 80s cheesiness, but they did it with the modern twist.
Yeah.
I liked it.
This was a very good story about the Turtles as brothers and coming together as a team.
Very brother-centric.
Like, even at the very beginning. So the movie opens, and even the Paramount logo, I mentioned this on the way home, the Paramount logo, when it's after all the other logos that have flown
There's
by.
like 40 of them.
Paramount comes in and it's shurikens coming through instead of the normal stars, and they line up and they make the, you know, around the mountain. You've seen it before. But that was pretty cool, and that brought a smile to my face. I was like, oh, here it comes. You know, I'm finally getting to see the Ninja Turtles movie, the one I've wanted to see since I was a kid. Like, this is what I like wanted to get from Secret of the Ooze. Like, even though I knew Bebop and Rocksteady weren't in it, like, Toka and Rezar were supposed to be my Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, they were awesome,
and they were.
But this is what that should have been.
And the movie opens with the Turtles. Like, you get flat out like 80% way more Turtles in this movie. April's taking a backseat. Vern's taking a backseat.
Thank God she has taken a backseat. So I'm just gonna come outright and say it. Fuck her as April O'Neil. I don't like Megan Fox. Fuck her. Okay, pardon my language. She's not redhead. She's not a soulless ginger, like she should be. She doesn't wear her yellow jacket. She's wearing fucking high heels like this, you know, going through the fucking building, you know. She's like
CRI building.
Yeah. It's just like, why? Because they need a sex symbol. Well, get somebody else.
Well, you can't have a Ninja Turtles movie without April.
Yes.
You have to have April. But, yeah.
They could have to pick somebody else.
There's got to be some eye candy. Like, there doesn't have to be, but that's what the mindset is of Hollywood. Like, there has to be eye candy in the movie.
I don't see her as eye candy. It's just like, in the first movie, they put her on a trampoline within the first fucking 5 minutes. Yeah. And then in this one, within the first fucking 5 minutes, she's like taking off her clothes and, you know.
Yeah, that was like her first scene is she was there investigating Baxter
like
stuff.
Takes a wig off and, you know, does the, it's just
I did like, though, that even though, like, they're doing the schoolgirl outfit and everything, like, it's still, as hokey as it is that she's able to, like, download everything from his iPad or whatever, it served the story. Like, she had something to do.
Yeah.
She actually had something to do this time instead of getting just
working
fired.
Like the actual April. Yeah. You know, she's becoming an investigative reporter.
I like that she's using disguises and stuff.
But it's just fucking Megan Fox, man. Like, ugh! I do not like her.
This is Leonardo.
The new guy for Leonardo, awesome. He did a great job.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Pete.
Almost, whatever your last name is that I've said 40 times in the theater, but now can't remember. Sorry.
Wozniak? What? Yeah.
But he did a great job. I think almost better than Knoxville did.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he was trying to imitate Knoxville with his voice a little bit. Sometimes to me it sounded like he was kind of trying to, but I think he did a great job.
So, back to the opening. The Turtles are, like, that's the first scene that it comes in, and this is your first impression of what this movie is going to be, and all the Turtles are fighting over pizza. They're like playing keep away from Mikey, and they're tossing this pizza box that they got from...
They find him on a rooftop, and they jump down, they end up...
Thanks, Kevin. The pizza guy.
Yeah, and he's just like on his phone, just not even paying attention.
Holding it, and they snatch it.
I don't even know if they paid him. Like,
I think they did. I thought I saw some.
I didn't. Bills, if they did, I didn't see it. But anyway, they
knew his name.
They're just like flying through the city, tossing each other around. You know, and it's just like
each turtle like Leo, the leader.
Yeah, like as he's catching a pizza, you know.
Raph the muscle, and then Donnie gets hit with the pizza box. It's like.
Raph's like falling off. They're down in the subway, and he's like falling off. You know, like oh.
But the whole thing is like them jumping building to building, going through vents, sewers, and they end up at the basketball game, and that's like the opening of the movie, and they're there up at the top watching the game from the
Rafters,
jumbotron in the front in the middle, and
It's-
they're eating pizza, and they're also complaining about how they save the city, but they have to stay in the shadows. Like, the whole thing is about them not wanting to be still.
Well, really,
underground.
Mikey and Raph.
Mikey really, yeah.
It's the Halloween parade, bro. It's like the one night of the year where we fit in. Cool.
Get back here. What part of moving the shadows don't you understand?
Really more Mikey, but Raph kind of gets in on it. Donnie does too, but
It could turn us
Into humans. And we don't have to be stuck down here forever.
you know,
Donnie's, I think, is more of wanting to just fit in.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be human. They show that in one of the trailers just briefly with the fingers. And I was worried that we were going to get, like, the actual actors, like, a human portrayal. And it was going to be, like...
I'm so glad they didn't.
If this was Fox, I think they would have done that. With what they've done with Mystique and having her, like, you know, like, I don't know if it's to save money on blue paint or whatever, but they have her... as Jennifer Lawrence. Also, I thought we were going to get that when I saw the hands in the trailer. So good to see that wasn't a thing. But I like that it was like a motivating factor.
Yeah. Casey Jones. God, man, I like that they introduced, but I'm not. I know where they're taking it. I just don't like him really in this movie. I don't like that he's a cop. I don't like that he duct taped roller skates to his fucking shoes. Duct taped them. He fucking duct taped them in the middle of a battle with Bebop and Rocksteady to his shoes.
Yeah, Bebop's like 2 cars away. There's like in a parking lot, and he's just lifting cars looking for him. And Casey Jones is climbing underneath them at the very end, like just barely getting out of there. And then he sees these, and he tapes them whilst Bebop is there, and Rocksteady's on a motorcycle looking for him.
Yeah,
cruising up and down the alley.
It's. I mean, but it was cool. It's cool to see him. I just didn't like that he was a cop, and that, you know. But I get why they kind of did that. If that's the reason, you know, that I was talking about earlier, where because to get into the police station, well, why not make
total cop out?
That was lame. But I like the fact that they introduced him, and of course they're gonna do the whole menage a trois between Mikey, her, April, and Casey, which they already started.
One question. You two guys like a thing?
But
I like that Casey was tracking, like, his whole motivation throughout the whole movie was like he wanted to get Bebop and Rocksteady. He was transporting them in the convoy.
Yeah, he was the correction officer in the truck
when they took the shredder. And,
giving him a bunch of shit, dude, just dogging him from the front seat. But here's my problem. I didn't like Rocksteady's voice.
No, seriously. Yep, that's my bad. I got a little carried away.
Like Rocksteady's voice, he's like Irish, but he's not like comical Irish. I don't know. He's like Irish and
like,
Scottish.
Give me Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
you know?
like, I don't know, man. It's just he had a weird voice, and I didn't really like it. I really wish they would have just made him Russian, like he is in the cartoon, the new cartoon. So that's how I've always pictured him, is with that Russian accent and his camo and shit. But I love Bebop, dude. Bebop was awesome, man.
Bebop was awesome. They were very goofy. They're very, like, just knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Just like they were in the cartoon. They want to run into everything. They were knuckleheads before they got mutated.
Yeah, like, after they got mutated, they were eating spaghetti out of a barrel, both of them.
Yeah, giant.
And they had it all over their face. And
he's like slurping up the noodle, and it's going around his tusks through his pig nose, I think.
Yeah. At one point, he's like, Rocksteady, you know, am I fat? And he's like, yeah, and then rubbing his belly, just fucking.
And they were literally like that.
Driving through a rainforest with a tank, you know.
Which that scene, that was awesome. Like I why are the turtles in Brazil flying through the air in a plane? Who cares? Like, you know, it was an awesome scene. It was the
whole plane scene with them and Bebop and Rocksteady was really awesome.
Raph dealing with his fear of heights.
Oh boy.
We gotta go now. We only have a 30-second window. You know the plan.
Dudes?
What?
He jumped.
He jumped!
All right, one for all.
Wait, you don't ever shoot!
I don't need to shoot. I got my ball.
What would Vin Diesel do? No regrets, no fear!
And then, like, he actually overcomes it by the end of the movie. He's got to do the Technodrome thing. And,
Yeah, who would have known that
already-
Raph was afraid of heights?
like, each turtle had, like, their moment to shine, I think, too.
Yeah.
Like, they got to flesh out
Donnie.
each of their personalities. Donnie got some love.
Donnie really got love in this one with all this technology that he was given to April, and then at the end,
Yeah.
he got to use his
Raph,
electrified
do the
staff.
thing. Do the thing, please. Do the thing. Do the thing, please.
Do it,
Alright.
do it.
And then
Do it.
Like, they really felt like they were brothers.
Yeah.
And then, like, Mikey got a whole arc with, you know, like, wanting to go out. Like, he sneaks into the parade. They're leaving the basketball game. It's towards the beginning.
There's a Halloween parade going on, and he
And
really
he's
wants.
looking through the vents,
He's like the
yeah.
one time of the year that we could fit in, and he goes out, and somebody's like, "Oh, dude, you look awesome," and gives him a high five, and
It was a Transformer. It was Bumblebee.
Oh.
So it was like this
It
guy
was like
in
a
a
Hummer,
Transformer
though.
car. And it's a... Oh, yeah. But that's right. It was yellow. It was like a yellow Hummer.
yeah, it was
Bumblebee,
a
but
Hummer, but then he came out and he's
transports
like,
out.
Cool costume," and then goes
High
back
five.
down.
And Mikey's just like, this is the coolest. That's the first time, like, he's ever been above and, like, in front of people, and, like, nobody is, like, freaked out. Like, people do actually freak out. They sneak out again later. The police station, Raph and Mikey dealing with this whole thing about wanting to be human again. Donnie discovers that you can become human with the mutagen, and Leo actually says to, you know, keep it a secret. Don't tell the others. Mikey overhears this.
Yeah, which drives a wedge. Mikey tells Raph, which drives a wedge.
So
of course it does. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's Raph, and he's got a temper.
Because Leo told Mikey and Raph to stay back. They went to go investigate TCRI and to look for Bebop and Rocksteady and Nezuko. It was like a punishment almost because
they
Raph found out and confronted
was
Leo.
throwing a fit about
I
it.
thought they were going to fight. I thought there was going to be a little tuffle or whatever, but
Which would have been sweet.
which would have been sweet. But it was good to see that the clashing of the heads. I think
Yeah.
in the third movie, hopefully we're going to get a third movie. I think we will, and I think we'll see the two of them like really come to blows.
I mean, I don't really want to see him come to blows, but at the same time, I would like to see it.
I think it would help Leo become a better leader.
Yeah.
You know, bring the team back together after.
Teach Raph some humility. you
Yeah.
know, but Raph's my boy.
Like, we haven't really. We did get kind of that in the first movie with Raph going to save his brothers, but I mean, it really wasn't
I was
Raph
super
going.
happy about that
you know.
too. I'm
The first one?
Yeah, because Raph was like the main turtle. You know, he
Yeah.
had to go save his brothers. And it was like, yeah, that's my
He
boy.
was, and then Leo got his moment to shine
Yeah.
because he was Johnny Knoxville. But
They all got their moment to shine. And that's what I like about this one. It's like in the last one, everybody had their moment. Each turtle had like their little specified
Like-
time. But then in this one, it was like they had their moments, but it was about every one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just like a main focus on Raph, and then the other turtles kind of get their moment. It was all brothers get equal time.
Oh, y'all got jokes, huh?
And I like that Mikey wasn't just joking the whole time. It wasn't like he jokes a lot. And
Yeah.
He is funny. He's really like the movie had me laughing out loud more than enough times.
The whole movie.
But when they're in the police station and all the cops they've got their guns drawn, and then you know they're like they're monsters, you know, and they're like wanting to shoot him, and Mikey's like we're the good guys, you know, but he's like literally confused about it.
You can
see it.
Yeah, like you could see the pain in his face, and like when he says we're the good guys, like he's like almost like he's gonna cry.
Yeah.
If he even knows, I don't know if they can cry. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd imagine
But,
they could.
I'd imagine, but it was like it's just like hit you right in the feels.
Right in the feels, because this was
He was
deep.
They got back to the lair, and he just sat down, and he was just like they hate us, like. You know, it's not just the look of fear, it's the hate. Shredder's just like, yeah, you'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know, just pats him on the shoulder and walks off. And it's just like...
And you shall always succeed.
Shredder's just like, yeah, you'll be fine. It'll be... Shredder's just like, yeah, you'll be fine. Shredder.
Let's talk about Shredder for a little bit, because we mentioned Bebop and Rocksteady. We like.
I like Shredder. It was cool. I don't know about his little bodysuit that he was wearing. Yeah. But they gave him his helmet. I was glad he got the respiratory.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna leave that on, for the next one.
He gets frozen.
Oh,
by the way, carbonite, whatever, by Krang.
By Krang, and you might. What was the Triceratops?
The Triceratons. I think I saw a Triceraton in the movie when Shredder is frozen and he's getting put into his case and he's like zooming back and it's closing the doors. I think when you zoom back, you can catch glimpses of everything else that Krang's had.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw a Triceratops.
You see, he has a whole fucking it kind of looks like in the Matrix, the human pods that they use us for batteries is what it looked like. You know, like when Neo wakes up, like it looks like that. Only they're just like Shredder's frozen, like you know.
Shredder didn't really do much though. He did exactly what he needed to. He got broken out of prison.
There was almost no need for him. I mean, I get why he was in there because of the Krang. I get that, so I mean, I get why he was in there, but he was almost, besides that part, not needed.
He never fights the Turtles. You won't get a Turtles versus Shredder fight, but you get a few Bebop and Rocksteady fights. You get Turtles versus the Foot.
Krang.
And then Turtles versus Krang, which Krang actually shows up earlier in the movie, too. When Shredder gets broken out of the convoy, he actually gets teleported to Krang and then is told about the alien army, and then Krang basically sends him off to collect the pieces to bring the portal and bring the pieces together so he can create the portal to bring in the alien army from Dimension X and bring in the Technodrome.
Yeah. Krang. What are your thoughts on Baxter?
Baxter Stockman. That's one that I deliberately didn't mention anything about him because I wanted to save it for the video. I remember he was always real goofy and nerdy in the cartoons.
Weird to me.
Creepy weird. It was the way he was hitting on April and stuff.
Well,
everybody does that in these movies.
Yeah,
as soon as they meet her, they start.
I get that part, but I mean, whenever he was like, they were messing with the portal, and he gave Shredder that miniature one, and he was being all like, and it was like, that is just fucking weird and unnecessary. He was just like a really weird guy.
If they bring him back, they better have him. He better turn into the Fly.
Yeah.
He better be the Fly, Baxter Stockman. And I think he would be because
I thought they were going to go there.
He was in awe of the mutagen turning Bebop and Rocksteady into what they were, and like he was like, this is like he loved it. He loves the idea of it. So I think he would totally shoot that up with himself if he could. But I think Shredder's going to do it to him anyway. I
really thought, because you know how he did Bebop and Rocksteady, shot him.
Yeah.
Just like at once, just wasn't even looking, just hit both of them. I thought he was going to shoot Baxter. I don't know. I was really hoping for it. Like at least, like at the end, whenever he was taking him away, I figured he would at least shot him then. That would have been awesome.
But other than that, Baxter was okay. Like he fit in with the tone of the movie. Like all the characters are really exaggerated and
just like the
comical. It's a kids movie too. It does say Nickelodeon movies right at the beginning. So, but it was entertaining throughout the whole thing. Like I enjoyed it. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up.
Yeah, most definitely. Like 5 stars.
Krang's voice was a little weird.
I liked it.
It's a different take, and it's Brad Garrett doing the voice.
I like it already. Yeah, I like it already. Yeah. I liked Krang. I'm really excited if in 3 that they bring him back, because they kind of teased him in this one, showed a little bit of the Krang, but come on, man, bring like the full Krang back. Yeah. Like not just Technodrome. Bring the Krang.
I'd like to see the Rockman from Dimension X.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't seen that Fantastic Four movie, like I did. There were things about the way the Thing looked that I liked, like the way his whole using the CGI, and I think they could do some really cool Rockman. I think the Thing looked like a Rockman from Dimension X. I don't know how well he looked like the actual Thing.
Yeah.
But he did look like the Rockman, and I'd like to see that.
I'm super stoked about a 3rd one. Yeah. I hope they do it.
And the first one, like I still go back and watch it every once in a while, but every time I do, I like it a little bit less, and it gets harder to sit through the whole movie. But those scenes with the turtles, they captured the spirit of the turtles.
Yeah, the first one, it's just it was
that.
Megan Fox centric, and she ruins like everything for me. Fuck her.
They wanted to.
I didn't like the origin story. You know that she named them, and they were her turtles.
And that was the throwaway line that you might need to have seen the first movie for.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, and your names, you're all like pretentious or whatever, and she's like, hey, I named them, you know. And, there were some funny moments with Casey and Splinter when he's like, there's a giant rat in here.
And the brothers were digging with him.
They're like, oh, you guys sneak up on them. They get in here all the time. Just and they make Casey pretty much go over and try to catch Splinter, which I don't know why Casey would do that.
Hey,
you guys aren't worried
fight a
about
giant
it.
rat.
You guys aren't worried about it. I'm not just gonna go start beating up things in your.
Beat a giant rat up in your lair.
He does. He tries to take him down, and Splinter just, puts him in his place immediately. He's got the tail and jumps in the air and does a flip, and then he's like, "Giant old rat 1,
new guy 0."
New guy 0. So he made a funny.
I liked his mask, Casey Jones. I liked it. Would look cool.
The one time he wore it, which you guys saw in the trailer. That's the only time. And then the rest of it's like, "Hi, I'm Stephen Arnell from TV's Arrow. And I'm in the movies now," and it's like they got to show his face the whole time. But
I didn't. But hey, let's.
But he did a good job as Casey with what he was given.
Yeah, I liked him.
It was all right. We could flesh it out more in the sequel. We better get a sequel. I'm invested in these. Like, I wouldn't mind another.
I need to go watch the cartoon now.
Before we wrap this up, because we both liked the movie, we can't wait to see it again. I certainly can't. Thumbs up. It's great.
Thumbs up.
We're Turtles fans. This movie pleases us. Where would you rank it? Where do you think you'd rank it within the Turtles movies? Like, what are your top 3 Turtles movies?
Well, it would have to be the original.
The original is number 1.
Is number 1.
It's not. Your list is wrong.
Your list is absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
This one would probably be number 2 or 3. With the reboot number 1 right behind it. So it might go original, Secret of the Ooze, Out of the Shadows, and then the reboot number 1.
For me, I think I'm at your 1990 original, which this might change because this one is like I love this movie just as much as I did the original.
If I keep watching it, I'll have to watch it more, and it'll probably go up the list.
But I've got the original, then there's Out of the Shadows, and then underneath that, I'm actually going to say Turtles Forever. I like that better than Secret of the Ooze. If you had to have motion picture, it'd be Secret of the Ooze, but Turtles Forever is really good Turtles movie. 2003 cartoon meets the 80s cartoon, and then they even meet the comic book world. And it's
that one is really good.
It's really good, especially as a Turtle fan, and then it opens up the idea to the multiverse for the Turtles. So all the other, if this isn't your favorite version of the Ninja Turtles, it's fine. That can be. It still exists within the canon of all the Ninja Turtles, because the canon is that there's all kinds of universes where the Turtles exist, and there is a Michael Bay verse. And you know what? It's not
Michael.
It's not all that bad.
This one, there wasn't a bunch of explosions either.
Take the shot, Mikey!
Boom. Not really.
Like typical Michael Bay.
The action was good though. I liked the action that was there.
Yeah.
Total popcorn flick. So go see it. Support it.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
And
haters be hating.